What's up, YouTube? Your boy Crypto Tone coming at ya with another video. So, this guy Tom Lee from the Fundstrat Research Group, who has been touting that Bitcoin is gonna break through all-time highs all damn year, and that he's got research and this, that, and the third. Well, guess what, bud? The end of the year is coming real soon, and we still haven't seen them all-time highs. So he actually still thinks that we're going to hit roughly $15,000 by the end of the year because of the fact that that is fair value for Bitcoin. So, I mean, at this point, you know, that would be a really, really, really monstrous move. So I don't really, I don't know what he's smoking at this point, to be honest with you. You know, back in the last couple of years, you had all this time to ramp up to go to this level, and now we have had all this time to just continue to keep going down and pretty much do an inverse moon here. So I just don't see how this is even possible, what he's talking about at this point. I think we're gonna have to have a bit more consolidation, and we're gonna have to find a bottom, which I believe is going to be somewhere on this, you know, on this high here at around $3,000 at this point, you know, because it's already come down, and it has to find support somewhere, and it's finding support really on this bar, and it's just not sufficient enough. I think it needs to find better support to end this bear market, and once it taps that, I think the big wigs know that it's game time once it taps that bad boy. Because then, like I said, you'd be looking at, currently we're at an 83.69 correction. If we go ahead and move this down to, let's just say it wicks below it, like right there, we'd be looking at an 86% drawdown if we hit about 2,700, 2,600-ish, which I think is a pretty good mark to end the bear market. So you expect to see a lot of buyers down there, in my opinion, although there are a lot of people that are talking about getting in even lower. But I mean, what's the difference at this point? So Fundstrat Research head says fair value is around 14,800. Lee had predicted Bitcoin would be worth 25,000 by the end of the year. It's hard to keep a Bitcoin bull down. Back in May, Thomas Lee, head of research at Fundstrat Global Advisors, was predicting a rally to 25,000 by the end of the year, and despite things not playing quite in his favor, the cryptocurrency is currently trading below 3,400. He's sticking to his guns though, so let's talk about this here. Bitcoin's fair value, given the number of active wallet addresses, usage per account, and factors influencing supply, like mining, is between 13.8 and 14.8. He said in a note on Thursday, his explanation for the divergence include last year's meteoric rally, a meltdown in the macroeconomic climate, and treasury sales during initial coin offerings. Well, Mr. Lee, if you're interested, I got some Bitcoin for sale, and I'll give you a deal. 10K a Bitcoin, let me know. Fair value is significantly higher than the current price of Bitcoin, he wrote. In fact, working backwards to solve for the current price of Bitcoin. This implies crypto wallets should fall to 17 million from 50 million. Okay, makes a decent point there. User adoption and Bitcoin's acceptance as an asset class are the key factors that will drive it higher beyond 2018. If Bitcoin wallets approach just 7% of Visa's 4.5 million account holders, fair value would be at 150,000 per Bitcoin, according to his model. So, I mean, Bitcoin wallets 7%. Yeah, the thing is, people are going to have multiple wallets, but also people have multiple Visa cards, right? So, you know, it makes sense. It definitely makes a lot of sense. And I think that is to come in the future. I just don't see how in the next 18 days we could actually go, you know, back to that fair value price. So he makes a good point there, but I think that was a good kind of deflection to say, like, look, that's the fair value, but I fucked up. We are tired of people asking us about target price, he said, declining to update his year-end forecast. So he's just sick of it. I'm sure he's been having a lot of issues. Yeah. People, I'm sure, aren't happy with him right now. But guys, it seems like, there are a lot of bulls out there that already came out and said, look, we're going to need a little bit more time. We don't know if that's a little bit. We don't know if that's a lot of time. There's a lot of people that have the argument that we need another 18 months from this point because that's when the next halvening is in May 2020. Or some people are saying, look, if we mimic the previous bear market, we're going to consolidate. From this point at that bottom. Look at that bottom, guys. On January 12th, 2015, we had a bottom, which we could potentially get, right, guys? We could potentially get that. Let's just say it mimics exactly almost the bear market. We get that bottom, then back gets released, and we start ramping up, and then we consolidate for a few months, and then we don't pass that, we don't pass this mark until, let's say, November of next year. Anything is possible at this point. Is that exactly what I want to see? No. But as a long-term investor who thinks the technology is going to be, a game changer, I mean, this market's going to turn around, guys. It's going to turn around. It's just a matter of time. And look at this, guys. The weekly RSI. The weekly RSI is at a 29 now, guys. The lowest it's ever been was at around a 27.5. So I would love for us to see, and it would actually be great if it came on January 15th, right, or January 12th here, because then it would be exactly the day of the previous bear market, and that'd be pretty cool. So I don't know, many of these dates coincide here. Let me see, a break of the 29. No, but I mean they're close. They're close for the most part. They had the breakdown in the last week of December. This was looks like it was, more so in the early November. So the dates aren't exact, month-wise. But, again, we have to go look at this now because it's the only data that we have. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that were saying that we're sort of mimicking the last bear market are pretty much right. They're pretty much right. And a lot of us didn't want to believe that was going to happen. We thought we were all going to bottom around 6K and then keep ramping up. But it just cut through this line like butter, guys. Cut through it like butter. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Where's Bitcoin going? Is it gonna end in January? Is it gonna end in February? Is it gonna end in May? Is it gonna end in 2021? Let me know what you think. Is McAfee gonna be having a cock meat sandwich? That's really what I want to know. Stoch RSI on the floor. As you can see, guys, every time Stoch RSI is on the floor, it goes back up. So, yeah. I don't know. That's something to look at. Let's take a look at the RSI again on the weekly here. As you guys can see, it bottomed out, came back up, bottomed out, and then ramped back up, and then blah, 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 blah. So I think that something like that is going to happen again. I don't know about you guys. MACD looking like, not doing what it's supposed to do here. I remember getting excited at this point when it was crossing, and then just, oh man, really, really ugly. But the uglier it gets, the better it gets for the future, in my opinion. So I'm sticking to my guns. That's what I'm saying. But Tom Lee definitely sticking to his guns and saying that, it's only a matter of time, basically. It's only a matter of time, and it looks like our models need a little more, time. I don't know where all these guys get these algorithms and algorithmic data and all this crap, because it's never right. It's just never right. So, on a good note, Tron looking good, hitting that 200-day moving average right now. So, we shall see what happens with that. All right. With that being said, like, subscribe, turn that post notification. Holla at your boy. Peace.